Any
Yes.
the Cleveland baseball team
Hey.
has officially changed their name abruptly, even to the Cleveland Guardians.
Of the Galaxy?
Go to hell, Kenny, because I like that name until you just said that. So,
Pirates of the Galaxy is a good movie. Never mind. Just keep going.
so this and trust you me, this was a sudden change because if you recall when they were the Indians, they said that well we're going to stop using the logo, the the Indian logo, the face logo. Wahoo is no
So,
longer the mascot.
what did you
You know what I'm saying?
do?
So I was like, all right, well that's a little bit of progress. And they were just still the Cleveland Indians. But literally, just one day this week, they went from the Cleveland Indians one day, and the next morning they were the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah.
I want to say we are still in a baseball season.
Yeah.
We're midway through a baseball season, actually, because the All Star game was just like 2 weeks ago.
Correct. And when Otani got
They
kicked out the
changed
first
their
round, the home run dude.
they changed their team name midway through a active MLB season.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
Which brings me
the
the Washingtonians.
Washington Monuments.
It is officially your move. You are officially on the clock. Why? Because Washington football team is just lazy. It's lazy. And honestly, the people that claim, well, I like it, well, that's because you're not smart. So, my point is that keeping the name Washington football team is like having a baby and naming it baby.
What's wrong with that?
Kenny, are you going to name your child baby?
Maybe. Baby, baby, come here. Hey, and make it a lot of hassle. You'll never forget the name. Baby.
So, what are you going to call your wife?
Sweetie. Come on. you gotta throw hard questions, man. Or I call my wife her name.
You say, I got to throw a hard question in there?
Yeah.
You want to say your child's name during sex?
No. I'm gonna say, oh, sweetie.
You are. Fuck, I wish I had a hat.
I don't say baby during sex now. So that's not a problem for me.
Too fucking shit. However,
if I did that, it's always a damn girl or something like that. Never, no, baby, nothing like
getting
that.
back to my point before
You were not rudely interrupted, so
I
don't even
was
say
really,
it.
I did ask. I
Yes, you
made
did.
asking.
That's on you. All right, go ahead.
Shut up. All right. So my point is, right, it just seems lazy, plain, to name your team just football team. And not only that, like, it's not hard to name a team. It isn't. You can't tell me any different. I don't buy it. Kenny, have you ever created a team?
Yes,
What do you name your team?
the Knights or something like that.
Simple. Simple,
Yeah.
simple. Me,
Uh,
I like a good bulldog every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah.
Uh usually I'll just go with my high school alma mater, the Trojan.
Which is why I picked Knights, because that's my high school.
Neat. So that was my elementary school alma mater. um so yeah, it's not hard to come up with a name, especially if you can look into the city's history. And come on, you're the nation's goddamn capital. How much history do you need?
Just don't be the Smithsonian. The Washington Berry Farms.
I wouldn't mind calling them the Washington Smitties.
The Washington Monuments. So the nickname could be Moe's.
The Mo's.
Touchdown Moe's.
The Washington Foam Posits.
Yeah. The Washington Mumbos.
The Washington Yes.
The Washington Jalites.
Washington y'all like yes.
Washington Jalites.
All one word. Oh no.
Oh, no,
Oh, man.
The Washington Chocolates. Washington Pockets.
I'll say they call it the Washington Choppers because they did change the Bullets to the Wizards because of crime rate.
Okay.
Bullets is a cooler name anyway.
Whatever. Washington, something stupid like Senators, like the baseball team back in the day.
Exactly. They could do that. They could do shit. They can go with the replacements, Washington Sentinels.
Oh, God. We have reached the point where we're using movie now.
They can use Washington Generals.
And
you know, like there's many options they could choose from. Like,
why are they gonna pick something like the Red Tails or something?
Hell, why not? Because it's a known bird that was prevalent in the area back in the day.
Okay, hear me out. The Washington Carryouts. Because we carry out our way to victory. Not my team, so I don't care what the slogan is.
Right, I was about to say, I don't know, like, who you mean by we?
Oh no, the Washington Chinatowns.
I don't recall being on the roller coaster, Kenny. So you said a Washington Chinatown? No.
What's wrong with Chinatown?
No.
Nothing's wrong with Chinatown.
It seems like a lateral move to go from Redskins to Chinatown.
And we're a lateral society. Washington. No, I can't say that. I was going to say the Washington Chow Mein. Chow mein is a good meal, though. I like chow mein.
I love chow mein too, but no. Stop it.
The Washington, a name of a chocolate, because they call Washington Chocolate City.
No.
Washington candies, yeah, they sweet. Yeah.
I just trying to sabotage them.
No, yes, I am.
Washington Kill. Washington Go-Go.
That's the Wizards G League team.
Washington Go-Go.
That's the Wizards G League team.
No fucking way, really?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
The G League team. The G League team is the DC Go-Go.
What are the fucking odds?
Yeah.
Well, hell, man, I wouldn't be mad if they just said fuck it and took one of the other sports teams' names, like the Nationals or the Capitals. Why the hell not?
That's stupid.
You say it's stupid, but
The Washington Oval Office. I don't know.
man, that's gonna stain. Wait, time out. I made a whole crystal light stain. Fucked up.
Oh,
all right, so
the Washington Constitution. There you go. Do that. Let it up.
The Washington Memorials. Nah.
That sounds like they do something. Which they kind of are.
No, the point of the matter is there are many options you can use for a solid team name. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be anything ferocious like a bear or a tiger. It can be something that is a wink to the city that you're playing in or the city that you're representing, because you play in Landover. I don't get how that works. But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? It's like if Cleveland could do it overnight, y'all could make a change overnight as well. It doesn't take years.
Name your football team the crab cakes.
That's a Maryland thing, not DC.
They play in Maryland. Washington Malls. Okay. The Washington Metros. There you go.
Boom. Washington Metro.
Hire me.
I actually like that because they would be known as the Washington Mets.
That kind of sucks because we got a New York Mets.
Well, nonetheless, it's Saturday. You know what that means. Live via satellite, it is Gorilla Game Podcast. I am your host, Carlos Crawford. Alongside with me, my co-host, Kenneth Whitaker. Kenny, how you doing this evening?
Do I have everyone's attention now?
I love it. Before we do get into that, though. Pin count brought to you by Blackfit. Blackfit. Workout to your needs.
If you're not working, you're not trying.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Number one. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks for winning the NBA championship.
And congratulations to Thaddeus for doing nothing and winning a title. Yay.
You know, he's the oldest out of those three?
Yeah, and it's sad.
Not really when you think about the fact that Blake is the younger Griffin.
Who's the other Griffin?
Exactly. But they both played together in Oklahoma.
There's another Griffin?
There's another Griffin. Again, they both played together in Oklahoma.
Is it Forrest Griffin?
I will fight you, Kenny.
I'm asking a question. I don't know.
You know the answer.
I don't. Okay. Well, what's the other Griffin's name? Just tell me his name.
Well, I can't tell you his name because I don't remember it. And every time I try to remember, I keep thinking Archie. And I know damn well it's not Archie.
Hey. It could be. Okay, this is going to bother me, so I have to look it up. Taylor Griffin.
There it is.
I'm trash. Did he even get drafted? Oh, he got drafted by the Suns. Oh, he played in 2016. He was to the league.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, he wasn't on this Suns team.
He had a cup of coffee.
Oh no, he wasn't. He wasn't even on this team. He played in Pelican Stadium, Chapinelli. I don't know where that is.
That's overseas.
Oh, Italian. Trash.
That's what we call that, overseas.
Yeah, we call that overseas. He gonna get traded to the Shanghai Sharks like Ben Simmons if he don't start shooting.
I'm mad the Shanghai Sharks has become a meme for like the worst team ever. Those poor bastards.
Shanghai Sharks.
Them motherfuckers probably get down and shit. They probably like the best team in their league. We don't even know. Because we're so like culturally self-centered.
Shanghai Sharks. They were in 2K too.
Stop. No, they were.
It were. In one of the old career modes, you started off as in the Shanghai Sharks.
Oh, that's probably where the joke is from.
Mm-hmm. Shanghai Sharks.
I love flavor enhancers. With that being said, I want to mention the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks
guarantee
had, I believe, one of the worst seasons in team history in 2014.
Yeah.
The remaining two players from that 2014 team, Chris Middleton and Finals MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow.
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo? The Finals MVP is not Giannis.
That other T, it be throwing me off.
The Finals MVP is not Giannis. The Finals MVP is Thanius. Thanius.
What?
Thanius.
I didn't hear a word you said the last 15 seconds.
I said the Finals MVP is a Giannis. The Finals MVP is Thanius. Why? Because he was there for Giannis to practice on every day and get beat so Giannis can realize just how good he is.
You thought that was funny, huh? Hey, listen, you're gonna start making fun of the oldest Antetokounmpo, all right?
I will not. I will not.
He said, "No, you're not."
Yeah, I will continue to make fun.
You most certainly the fuck will, because no matter how much you bash him, he's a goddamn NBA champion. You're gonna respect
not him. By any work of his own. So that's like acknowledging Juwan Howard as a champion, but knowing he only played like 2 minutes the whole season.
Yep.
No. I refuse.
Nah. That's kind of apples to oranges, because Juwan Howard played all of 2 minutes and spent the rest of the season in a suit. All right.
So the Thanius ain't fucking real.
Oh, that's his. He was in uniform. All right. He got playtime.
Yeah, on the bench.
On the bench. If I'm not mistaken, he had some playtime during the playoffs.
No.
So yeah, like, he deserves it. Not as much as his brother, because his brother like carried this team. Not even carried, because That team played exceptionally.
Yeah,
Everybody
I guess
played.
so. Except for Thunnies. He played until Giannis got tired. This is gonna be a day for him. I'm sorry.
What?
I said it's gonna be a long day for him. I'm sorry. Until we get off this pink count, I'm gonna be making fun of him.
At any rate, is this the end of the super team era, or does this mark the beginning of the end?
No,
How you figure?
it's Chris Paul about to go to the Lakers. Finally, after all these years.
Chris Paul is staying a Phoenix Sun. All right.
They making a trade. They gonna try to make a trade for Chris Paul.
The Suns ain't gonna give up Chris Paul because that is the on court leadership.
Uh-huh.
He is the team old head. He is the vet. He is the mentor. So it's like,
and he's gonna get traded.
Not only that, he's still good.
And he's gonna get traded.
I'll put it to you like this because people love being delusional like this. Phoenix would be absolutely stupid to make that trade. They just gotta run that shit back.
That's why they're gonna trade him.
Nah, at this point, management in Phoenix is starting to turn around. And honestly, that's for real why they made it to the playoffs in the first place under new management.
LeBron already making a deal for Chris Paul.
Then not only that, like, albeit injuries, all of your super teams crumbled.
LeBron already making a trade for Chris Paul right now. So we'll give you Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, and Contavious Caldwell Pope. Chris Paul. And 2 first rounds.
Ew. What? No.
And 2 first round picks.
Everyone says no.
Kyle Kuzma, the piece that put him over.
Everyone says no. Also, why are they constantly trying to get rid of Kyle Kuzma, bro? They do not want this nigga.
Right.
They said Philly wants a big name player. LA said big name like Kyle Kuzma or what do you mean they playing? They said y'all said nah, nigga, big player like LeBron.
Listen, we are going to not trade them. I think the Suns take that trade.
Kenny.
They like Kyle Kuzma and Dennis Schroeder.
Kenny.
Yes.
In what sense and logic does that trade make sense to Phoenix? Explain to me. And don't be delusional about it, Kenny. Be logical. I'll let you know when the delusion starts.
Devin Booker plays the point. Caldwell Pope plays 2. Kyle Kuzma plays power forward. Ayton plays center. And Miles Bridges plays the 3 with Jay Crowder.
Kenny, that's a terrible idea.
That's a good idea. You just don't want to admit it.
Kenny, that is a terrible idea.
That's a good idea.
No. I'm going to put my money on trying my best to keep that same team that already has developed team chemistry, and we're going to try to run that shit back.
It's not going to work. Chris Paul don't want to be there no more. He wants to be in LA with his friends.
That's a lie. Kenny, I'm going to need for you to stop willing the wildest shit to existence. Stop manifesting the dumbest shit.
If it didn't
work, before, Kenny, what makes you think they're gonna Chris Paul is gonna wind up an LA Laker now?
Because it's a better opportunity now. No better time than the present.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I said I don't understand why you don't want to see this happen. I don't understand. You're not understanding this.
The best opportunity for him to be a Laker literally was in 2012 or 2013.
Nope, it's now.
No.
Yes.
Kenny, I'm not having this argument with you.
Yeah, it's not an argument. It's true.
I know it's not an argument because no, that's why.
He's going to the Lakers.
Stop this.
Trust the force. He's going to the Lakers.
We're wasting time on the show for you to try to. This show is going to last an hour and 19 minutes as opposed to an hour 2 minutes because we're going back and forth on whether or not Chris Paul is going to be a Laker, in which you know in your heart of hearts that he is not going to be a Laker, but you live to annoy me. So I'm not going to.
Do I really know he's not going to be a Laker?
Kenny, you know as much as I do about it.
Oh, I mean, I know everything then, which means you know nothing. Because I know he's going to be a Laker.
That's the opposite of just as much as I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. You're wrong. Let me stop. This is like, okay, I'm done. All right. I've had my fun for today. Let's go.
I had a whole tangent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Proceed.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry. Why? Because you try to manifest that bullshit for the last 5 minutes. That's why you're not sorry.
You're right. Chris Paul's not going to go to the Lakers.
I'm going to let you try this one more time.
Chris Paul's not going to the Lakers.
Is the super team era coming to an end, Kenny?
No, because as long as there's a team in Brooklyn with all three of those guys on it, not over
that. All right, I'll take that, I guess. All right, so here's my thing, right? This was a hard year. Why? Because they're fresh off the bubble, running the season back with only like 2 to 3 months of rest. And, you know, after playing a season or half a season and then like, you know, play-ins and then playoffs in the bubble, and then, you know, running back entire season without full recuperation, it starts to become a major grind, like a real huge grind, an even bigger grind than it usually is for your regular 82 game season. Your stars hit the wall, and that's what it all boiled down to. Everybody got gassed, everybody got hurt, and at that point we got to see something unique and special that we don't often see in an NBA playoffs. We start to see the rise of these young guns. And we get to see them all, you know, as representatives of their squad and a large in a big game situation, such as the playoffs. So I thoroughly enjoyed this playoffs, and I think that we're starting to see a change, a shift in the landscape, slowly but surely. Because you gotta look at it like this as well. All of the big names that we know, they're getting old. They're going to retire soon. So now would be the perfect time to start looking at these young kids. And from the look of things, these kids are loyal, more or less loyal to their squads. They want to be where they are, where they got drafted. They want to make their organization better. They just need their organization to be competent.
Mhm.
And that's what happened in Milwaukee. Like Giannis bet money on Milwaukee as an organization to be competent enough to get him where he wanted to be. And Milwaukee bet on Giannis to be that centerpiece to get him to get the organization where they need to be. And sure, they weren't initially depending on Giannis because you gotta remember Jabari Parker.
Right.
That's a name you haven't heard in years.
Jabari Parker.
But once you realize that he was a liability, I can't even call him a bust because he didn't play enough. Like he they went on and they bestowed their confidence on Giannis, and it paid off. Bottom line, it absolutely paid off. And this is a kid that comes from a team that has essentially homegrown their organization, their team, and well, the super teams they were kicked the fuck out. Some of them by the Bucks themselves. So my thing is that I think that super teams are slowly starting to come to an end because now we're starting to find players to combat your stars. You know what I'm saying? Like you're starting to find your LeBron stoppers. You're starting to find your Kyrie stoppers, so on and so forth. And when you find players that specialize in that shit and start stopping your premier, well, they'll be able to lock down just about anybody else in the league, essentially. So when you get a team of role players that can do exactly what their job entails, you get the Milwaukee Bucks.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
So
yeah,
we're starting to see less of big three and super team, and it's starting to look like it's going back to the Batman and Robin feel.
Was he?
And I dig that shit because I miss NBA Jam. So number 2. So listen, the NFL is not fucking around about this COVID protocol. I don't know if you saw the release statement about it.
I don't think I've seen that.
But let me give you the, gist of it because it was a lot of words on a lot of pages. So, but I read through it. And long story short, they ain't got the time or money to be replacing or postponing games for another week or day or what have you.
Sure.
That's the bottom line.
Right.
So if you decide you don't want to be vaccinated, you're basically fucking up money for your organization. Bottom line. And Big 12 expecting Texas and OU exits. That's a new ESPN report. But yeah. So shit. Right. So make matters worse, if you decide you don't want to be vaccinated, all right, there are consequences to that shit because we're trying to all be vaccinated so we can all be on this motherfucking field without, the worry, at least, of catching this shit. Because here's the thing, if everybody's vaccinated, then less of a possibility that you can catch it being around everybody else who is also vaccinated. However, if you have unvaccinated people around these vaccinated people, well, now this vaccination has to be put to fucking work. And you not meant to intentionally be put to work. You asshole. So bottom line, if there are one or more unvaccinated players that ends up catching this shit or ends up positive, their team has to not only forfeit the game, but they being punished, the organization being punished financially, that player being punished financially.
Damn.
And they gotta hear from Goodell. Whatever Goodell chooses to do to them.
That's it. Pause it right quick.
Yeah. On the other side of the fence, if you are vaccinated and you do catch it, you get thrown a bit of a bone here because it's like you actually vaccinated yourself. You caught it. It's not your fault, essentially. That's how they're playing it. So, long story short, if you want to be unvaccinated, fine. But there are consequences to it. Not only for you, for the entire organization.
That puts more pressure on the players to get the vaccine. No one wants to hurt the whole organization because they're not vaccinated. At least I would think.
At this point, all these theories, crackpot theories. Like, does the government consistently lie to its citizens? Sure. But who here wants to die? No one. No one. No one wants to die. So you would take, in theory, you would want to take precautions to prevent yourself from dying, correct?
Correct.
And any precaution that you could possibly take to get a one up on the possibility of dying, you would usually take, correct?
Correct.
So what's so different about this vaccine? It's been FDA approved. Is it emergency approved? Sure. But there's a key word in that. Approved. So if it was, let's use the key word again, approved, then it's safe to use. Like how hard is it to understand? Like why are models so like hung up on microchips and different shit that like they're injecting the sickness in you? Whatever crackpot theory that you're thinking of, it's like you just sound goddamn ridiculous, and you're a detriment to this country.
I think people are thinking like that because the government are making their own custom rainstorms. And if they can do that, who knows what else they can manipulate around. It's crazy. Oh yeah, that's a real thing. No time out. It happened. The government making own rainstorms. And it happened.
Didn't hear what you just said. You ain't see me throw a timeout up. You were looking directly at me as you were talking, all that shit. Like,
I didn't know it was a timeout because you hear me.
I don't know. I probably froze.
I was saying that the government makes its own weather and rainstorms, so that's probably why people are a little sketchy. A lot of things happen, but you know.
Another crackpot theory. Like, all right, so
no, it happened. It's proven.
All right.
I'm not saying there's an excuse, but I'm saying people have that line of thinking. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get into a big debate about this. I'm just telling you that.
Fair enough. But I will say this: you can't have that line of thinking if you also worry about climate control.
Yep.
So, food for thought. I'll toss scraps in the doggy bag. However, it's a fact that the NFL is not bullshitting about this situation anymore, because like if we're all gonna have to like work and play against each other and shit like that, we all want to do it as safely as possible. You know what I'm saying? So like it shouldn't be that big of a goddamn deal to be vaccinated. You're either too proud to vaccinate or to be vaccinated, or you're too misinformed to be vaccinated, or the fact that your whole, free thinking mentality is about to have everybody fucked up. And the crazy part about it is the only way motherfuckers will learn is if they die from this shit.
Yeah.
Because if they survive it, then it's like, well, it's survivable, even though they probably fucked up from it one way or another. Foggy thought, shortness of breath, things of that nature. The after symptoms of COVID.
Yeah.
That are, documented.
Yeah.
Like, it's just inconsiderate, bro. It's really inconsiderate. However, moving on in the pin count, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers posted the the poster for The Last Dance, the picture of MJ and Scotty Facebooking each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both posted that on Instagram around the same time. Has Aaron Rodgers, finally caved in and decided to play the season and is going to ultimately retire by season's end? Or what does this mean to you?
I don't think he's retiring. I think he's just planning to get out of Green Bay.
Well, that's cool and all, but you still got to play the season.
Okay, well, if he play the season, he play the season. So he's not staying in Green Bay after this season.
Yeah, nah. Strongly doubt that. Strongly doubt that. So, yeah. That's a hell of a long shot. He wants out of Green Bay. I mean, he wants out.
He wants out. He wants out.
He wants out. Like, he couldn't be any outer.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
However,
our final pin count number 3. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk have signed to AEW as you manifested. Here the fuck we
go.
No, I don't.
I'm not a man that often likes to speak very loudly. Nor am I man that like to often brag on how correct he was. But when I'm right, God damn it, I'm right. And when you fail to listen, people out there in YouTube land, when you fail to follow instructions, and when you fail to believe in me, ultimately, reality turns around and looks you square in the eye. You're face to face with destiny now, people. And it's looking you right in the face. And the face is me. And I'm telling you that I told you that it was about time that all the manifestation that I've been bringing to bring the voice of the voiceless back into a squared circle, it has finally come to fruition. And I am here to tell you that when he comes to AEW, it is going to change the wrestling landscape. Y'all want to keep watching recycled products, passing of the torches, after passing the torches and passing the torches with the same 5 people and not get sick of it. And you want to keep saying, oh, it's good for business. AEW doesn't have everything. How do you not see it? Oh, I see it. I've been seeing it since Rock versus Hogan and WrestleMania. What was that? X8? That icon versus icon stuff?
Let's go with that. For the sake of this rant.
Whatever. But I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. And you should be sick and tired of seeing it too if you enjoy wrestling. We've been seeing this since childhood. I mean, what is it going to take for you to get tired of seeing people who have worked hard and gave their life to this business not getting the credit they deserve from WWE? And so way down the line, they give them in the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. You know Scott Hall was never world champion?
No, he was not.
Scott Hall was one of the best workers in that company.
Yes, he was.
Yokozuna was champion and got taken away by who? The same person we don't want to see now, who we still seeing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, Carlos. And then what happened later? Another guy by the name of John Cena has come back. And now it's the same thing. The golden shovel has his specialized hands. And specialized hands touch that golden shovel, putting people like CM Punk, who, by the way, dropped a pipe bomb that's still real today. And you continue to eat that up like moldy, bad, stale, out of taste, in brand seasoned cereal or chicken, whatever type of food that you don't like nasty and bland. You wouldn't want your chicken nasty and bland when you're getting nasty and bland WWE chicken specialties. The fact that they had to bring back Hall of Famers to get people to be intrigued by this should tell you everything you need to know about the state of WWE right now. And the fact that good people that love the business are leaving that company. So a first star should tell you everything you need to know. If you're not a selected handpicked favorite, you don't get ahead in the company. And if you do get a chance to get ahead, you get sent back to NXT. Finn Balor, he's back. And what is he doing now? He in the ring with Roman, about to do what? What is he about to do, Carlos?
Lose.
Oh. Don't y'all get tired of seeing that? Y'all love Fergal Daddy. Right? Do you or do you not love him?
Oh, was that not rhetorical?
No, I want to answer.
Well, can you repeat that?
Do you not love Fergal Daddy?
I understand what you're saying here, buddy.
Do you love Finn Balor?
Oh. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Did you love seeing him get buried by Roman again? Yes or no, Carlos? No need to think long on this.
Wait for it. Buddy, I'm fine with John Cena burying Roman Reigns at this point. I
Yeah,
don't
but
care.
that's not going to happen. I'm talking about Roman burying Finn
I don't
and
care.
burying people.
I don't care who, Kenny.
And that's the problem right there. The fact that he's giving in to John Cena,
I don't care.
ladies and gentlemen, the fact that he's giving into that should let you know that it's time for some new actions with WWE. Meanwhile, AEW has a thriving show, which is about to have a Friday night show, which I'm sure is coming on after SmackDown. You know, the show we barely watch. We would just watch because of Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that's essentially.
So, I, for one, if you haven't gotten from this rant, am excited that CM Punk is coming. Dan Bryan's coming. Yeah, that's cool. Great. The real championship piece of CM Punk. And with your buddy, each growing week, I'm leaning more and more to watching AEW exclusively. Because you never know what happens. It's very unpredictable. You know, wrestling traditions that we know to be true, you know what I'm saying? They shake it up often.
Well, that brings me to the next part of this pin count, actually, because this week of wrestling actually slammed like a suplex.
It did.
Monday Night Raw.
But we get that on rare occasions.
Monday Night Raw wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. I wish I can 100% remember what happened.
The thing that I remember the most from that was Nikki Cross cashing in the title, his Money in the Bank to win the women's title.
Yes, right. That happened. Yes. So
that was beautiful.
Nikki Ash is officially Raw Women's Champion after Charlotte beat Rhea Ripley in the main event. And it is dope. So
I enjoyed that very much. I didn't watch SmackDown.
I'm in on this superhero gimmick, man. It's giving me Mighty Molly vibes.
Yeah, I'm in on that too. I mean, there's some good stuff going on in it, you know, on WWE, but for the most part, it's the same.
It be having its moments. They finally turned Lashley into a goddamn killer at this point. He's not just walking around getting pussy, which was fun, but you know, he's back to killing niggas now, and that's cool too. So I read that. What else? I want to say that was roughly about it on Raw. However, oh yeah, no, Karrion Kross debuted on Raw
to
lose to Jeff Hardy in under 2 minutes. But on the bright side of that, we got No More Words back for Jeff Hardy's theme song. Let's go.
I also stating that CM Punk owns the rights to use cult and personality, so it doesn't matter where he goes.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell Karrion Kross's gimmick is. I also don't know what the hell you just said because I blinked out for a second. But but nonetheless, how you gonna have your man? How you gonna have your man be NXT champion, debut on Raw just to lose, and then he comes back to NXT to terrorize? I wouldn't take this motherfucker seriously at that point. He'd come back to NXT getting clowned if I was running NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, clown. I mean, off rip. It'd just be a list of motherfuckers demanding my fate if I came back to NXT after taking an L on my debut on the main roster. Like, that's just embarrassing. Like, what do you say at that point? Because everyone watched, I'm sure of it. Like, if not, everyone's in a loop at least. So it's like, you come back that following night on NXT, and you try to like come out and cut a promo and talk some shit, somebody's liable to step out and be like, "Didn't you take an L just last night in under 2 minutes, my guy, to a roll-up pin?" No. You don't even deserve to be champion anymore. Like, run that by me again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a title shot now. Like, you're food in my book. So, with that being said, NXT was pretty dope. Raquel Gonzalez and Xia Li had a match.
That was a good match.
Gonzalez did this one move off the top rope where it looked like she was about to like hit the what do you call the jump where the Vader bomb?
Yeah. Hit Vader time.
Yeah, it looked like she was about to hit the Vader bomb, but as she like, extended out, she like twisted and dropped on her back, and that just fucked Xia Li up. I'm talking about Raquel went for the pin, Xia Li kicked out, and she was out of commission for a good 3-4 minutes, bro. I'm talking about that to get the medical staff out for her and all that shit. But she proceeded to go on and finish the match, which only was about for another minute or so, not less than that, 15 seconds, because she got up and took the bomb and took the Raquel bomb, the Chunga bomb. So that was a pretty good match in my book. Samoa Joe spent the entire night waiting on Karrion Kross to pull up because he wanted his fade after what happened last week when Karrion Kross L'd his ass out. I don't blame him. Meanwhile, William Regal, he's like, yeah, no, that's not happening because you're management and you don't get to do that. And Samoa Joe's like, yeah, but when I'm provoked, I get to provoke back. That was the deal. So I was provoked. I get my receipt. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? So Regal's like, no. What you're going to do is you're going to sell this shit peacefully. Like, we're going to sell this shit as non-violently as possible. Well, Samoa Joe spends the majority of the evening just waiting on Karrion Kross to pull up. One car pulls up that looked like it was going to be Karrion Kross, but it turns out it was somebody else. And somebody else was like, nah, Karrion Kross is already in there. And with Samoa Joe, he goes to the ring looking for him. Karrion Kross, he's back outside, and he's on the Titantron. He's like, yeah, so listen, I'm NXT champ. That means I get to do whatever I want, whenever I feel like it. Case in point, and he shows a passed out William Regal. I'm like, damn, this is why we beat the shit out of William Regal, dog. So Samoa Joe runs backstage, runs through the arena. By the time he can get outside, Karrion Kross is already in his car, peels off. I was like, ooh, neat. I wonder what they'll do next with that storyline. Not gonna lie to you. However, let's get to Wednesday. Let me tell you something about AEW, Kenny. Because listen, Chris Jericho finished his first of his I guess you could say weekly gauntlet to get the MJF.
Mm-hmm.
And MJF has a little surprise for Chris Jericho next week on AEW Dynamite. And I said, who could it possibly be? And you won't believe who the fuck stepped out, Kenny. Motherfucking Gage. I said, oh my fucking God! Woo, nigga!
Yeah, we marked out.
In so long, bro.
Yeah, we marked out when we saw that.
Bro, I screamed at the top of my lungs. Like, I'm pretty sure my parents heard me from both upstairs and downstairs. Like, I was over the moon. So I'm so excited. And he's fighting Chris Jericho in a no holds barred match. That means weapons are as legal as headlocks, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
So, in retaliation of that, Chris Jericho is bringing back the Painmaker, in which
the
is going to get fed the fucking slaughter because it's still on paper no fucking match for Nick fucking Gage. Murder, death, kill. That's who Nick Gage rep. All right.
Hey.
You're not gonna let a motherfucker that rep murder, death, kill take an L in a death match. All right. That's just not how this shit happens. All right. So Chris Jericho may be taking an L next week. Somehow there's got to be some Deus Ex Machina for that match, but still, I got him taking an L. Now,
Inner Circle gonna come jump Nick Gage.
Now you had this Wheeler Una kid. He's the protege for the Best Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Dobby.
Dobby Allen.
Dobby, you suck. Nah. I love doing that test bit. So yeah, they're going at it or whatever, right? Orange Cassidy is assisting Wheeler Una ringside, right? So Cass is chilling. And then I'm Sting. Sting comes out. And and he's ringside for Darby. However, we get to a spot where Darby and Wheeler, they're duking it out in the ring. Meanwhile, ringside, Orange Cassidy and Sting pull up on each other. And they size each other up. Sting give Cassidy the little lazy low kick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Low kick. So Cassidy looks at him, low kicks him back, right? So they have a low kick battle real quick. And then they do a little shuffle back. And then they lazy super kick each other in the foot. Then they face off against each other. Sting does his does a little lazy ass jump that Cassidy does. Like, listen, man. Listen. Sting been in this game since '85.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sting's career is as old as Caleb. And what may or may not make him the Jay-Z of wrestling, the fact that throughout each era of wrestling that he was wrestling in,
mm-hmm.
he completely got it. Like there are certain tropes and mechanisms and things like that, and that varies in different eras. And as far as this era, this modern era of wrestling goes, he gets it, and you can tell with that little spot right there. Like he actually understands, the rise and Orange Cassidy's gimmick. So he gonna take that and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I love that. I love that about Sting. The fact that he can still keep up with the youngins.
Right.
So that was dope. And You said what?
I said Dynamite was really good this week, though. And then
No doubt, because that Britt Baker and Nyla Rose match.
That match went crazy. It was
really my God, what a match! They burned down the house.
That was really good, yo. I try to tell y'all AEW was good, man. Yeah, they starting slow because they still start up and they may not have the super production value that WWE has, but with the talent they got, it's only a matter of time before they get there. But I just want them to be like WWE overnight. WWE wasn't even like that overnight, so
sure.
That Britt Baker and Nyla Rose match was great. That she hit that lockjaw on Nyla Rose, everybody went crazy. And then to go on, you know what I'm saying? That John Moxley, what was it called?
Lance Archer.
Lance Archer, yeah.
God. Bro, I expect Archer to come out with that W, but hell, I'll take it. Like, I was mad about it at first because huge John Moxley guy over here.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, all right, I respect you, Archer. Then not only that, your manager is Jake the Snake Roberts, and that's always the time. Stinger. Oh yeah, that's good shit. Hey,
Jake Roberts old as a man.
That motherfucking Jake the Snake be coming out with motherfucking snake princesses. No, he be going crazy.
Yeah,
oh man, that was pin count. Oh shit, Kenny, man. This motherfucking Caleb, man. All right, so Caleb comes and drops the twins off one day. Yesterday, I want to say. Yeah. And no, it was a few days ago. So comes to drop the twins off or whatever. They all come into the room to see what I'm up to. Well, Caleb comes in first. And he looking at what I'm playing or whatever. I'm just in the clubhouse on the show or whatever. So he goes, So then he goes, hey yo, like, so then he started asking questions like regarding my picture. So I'm like, all right, yeah, like, oh yeah, no. His first question, so how are you at 88 overall? I was like, this isn't even my best form. This is me working on my other bag, my other archetype. I was like, I'm already, diamond out. So I go to my builds or whatever, and my loadouts, and I scroll over to what I named the Kid because the archetype's name is Billy the Kid. Because it's like a pristine control in your pitches. Yeah. So, yeah, I showed him that jump, and when I switched that jump, I'm a 99 overall.
No.
I mean, so your man started telling me about how he going crazy, and I mean absolutely unconscious, my guy, because he's a two-way player. Like, mind you, I was a two-way until I got caught up to the majors. The Braves didn't need a two-way player. They needed another pitcher. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll pitch full-time. We're in the National League. I go to bat every time I pitch. So Caleb, however, is a two-way player. So when he's not pitching, he's fielding, meaning he's always in the batting order usually. Dog, your man's, first of all, he hasn't made it to the show yet. That's first of all. This motherfucker has been in the minors for the last 3 seasons now.
Dang.
No, I was at Double A. I started at Double A at the beginning of my first season. By playoff time, they moved me to the majors, just in time for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally put us 1 game ahead of but Caleb. He sent me his stats. Your man's has 111 home runs on the season.
Wow.
I was like, motherfucker, you gonna get capped for steroids, nigga.
Wow.
Cause ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. I'll talk about this song. Hold on. I'm gonna show this shit.
Hold on. Let me write. Quick second.
All right. So your man's had your man. First and foremost, your man has played 127 games on the season. All right. I don't know how. Oh wait, because it's 162. Right. He was at bat 434 times in these 127 games. 112 runs. These are insane numbers. Your man's all right. Hold on. Time out. Time the fuck out. First of all, your man's is a 70 overall. Let's start there.
70.
Let's fucking start there, right? And I'm getting angry all over again just looking at this shit, bro.
Your
man is a 70 overall. He's 22-0. All right, fine. Dandy. Whatever. Your man's played 127 games. Has been at bat 434 times. Second place in his show is Nick Dunn with 384 at bats. That lets you know how OD that is. Your man has 112 runs. The next one is 41 runs. Your man's had 209 hits. The next person has 86. 100 home runs at the time that he sent me that picture. And 236 RBIs with 10 stolen bases. Then this asshole. So he goes, look at these numbers. I go, nigga, 100 homers had me howling. I lost my goddamn shit when I saw HR 100. I said, nigga, what? So he goes, bro, 100 homers and 200 RBIs, still no call up. The fuck? And with the camera on you, man. Then this asshole sends me a video. He goes, and as we speak, that'll be home run number 101. I can't with you, bro. I cannot with you. Because listen, I thought I was going crazy in my seasons. Bro, I'm putting up modest numbers compared to this motherfucker. Because let me tell you, I'm throwing all of all right, first and foremost, I'm in the divisionals right now, right? I have hit 18 home runs this season. I have all of maybe 25, 30 RBIs, something like that. All right, my numbers are relatively vague. The only thing that the things that really stand out are my strikeout numbers. That's it. But compared to this asshole,
that's wow.
Not even close. And I don't even know. I have no idea how. Because, this boy must have all the sliders up, my nigga. All of them. Every last one of them. Son. 260 strikeouts as compared to like the 209 that I do a year.
Yep.
Like
He's going crazy. He's going crazy. He ain't been caught up yet. That's wild. I don't know what to tell you.
Crazy is an understatement. I don't even know where he's going anymore.
Whatever he's doing, he still get called back.
He's just going and going. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. And we might gotta take that game away from him. Like,
I have to.
I don't know. Final thoughts?
I don't know why I'm so tired. I just got big tired out of anywhere. Dog. I don't know what's going on. I think because I did a lot of walking today.
What did you do?
Huh?
What did you do all day? You never quite answered that question.
I told you what I did. We went out and had lunch with one of my youth from church. We get ready to go to college, so we gave him some life advantages and stuff. And I went to like stores and stuff. I've been out all day. Been out since like 11 something today.
I called your ass for the rundown. He was like, "Hey, I'm out right now. Let me call you right back." I said, "That don't usually happen." All right.
Yeah, I know.
Went on about my day.
That doesn't usually happen. All right. That man saw buildings in the back. I was like, "What are you doing?"
So listen, my final thought is this. I start my week vacation as of this following week, and I have nothing to do. Like Tuesday, I'm going to hang out with Lola.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law and my niece. And that's pretty much all I have left to do this week. Like, it is, I don't have anything to do. I don't have any money. I'm just going to be in the house kicking it.
Yeah,
so, if you're watching, more than likely, you know where I live. And if you do know where I live, fall through.
I'm saying, you can kick it with your boy.
I'm kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
But you can definitely kick it with your boy.
I don't have gas either, buddy. Like,
you have a cash app.
Yeah, that's fair. However, I don't know if I'll be spending that money on gas. So it's like, you give me that $20 for gas, I'll fuck around, spend 10 on gas, and go buy food.
That's on you. You can't ask for something that you use it for the purpose. That's on you.
I never asked, you offered. All right.
I'm just saying.
In my defense. Nah, but
I never asked you. I didn't offer it. I said you have cash out.
I'll figure out gas. That's never a problem in this family. That's the one thing about this family. We must stay fueled up.
You charged up.
Another thing, actually. I have one more thing. Damn. Forgot that fast. Well, I guess if I remember fast enough as I'm getting ready to say bring it on home, I just say it, but I don't think I have it, but yeah, no. Bring it on, Kenny.
My name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Hendrick Soul, the original owner of Millennial Falcon. Look at me flying this ship because I'm better than you, and you know it.
23 skidoo. 24. 25.
Better than you, Han.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I haven't heard it in a while, so I'm gonna do it. Hey, Last Black Jedi. Do or do not. There is no try. Like if you try me, I'll have Super Kick Moses over here knock your teeth down your throat.
This isn't a lightsaber. These are me kicking.
It works either way.
My legs.
Yeah, that's right. AKA Mr. Go Slick Vodka. What do you do if I want to violate you, sir? Then I'll kill you. I'll touch your tongue, I'll kill you. Killing me will get your alcohol jerk off. I'm the one with the fake ID. Then I cut your dumb little fucking face off, throw it over mine, and go buy the alcohol myself.
Fuck.
That man Sappy goes crazy.
He was fed the fuck out.
He was pissed off. It's bigger than you. So grow a pair of nuts for once. So go in there and buy the alcohol.
They had a Cartman-Cow relationship like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they did. That dog crazy. AKA Lamar L. Jackson. Get a COVID vaccine. They're free. Haven't you been to CVS? Pfizer? That's a good one. Moderna. Think about Moderna. No, I wouldn't get Johnson Johnson, and I hope they burn in hell. Oh my goodness.
That was perfect.
AKA
Bellissimo.
AKA Nacho Man, I'm a savage. Ooh, yeah. See, the one thing you gotta remember me, Gene, is that the Nacho Man is always in charge. Yeah. And I gotta tell you something, Gene, that if you think the Nacho Man's gonna give in to a little bit of COVID-19, you got another thing coming, Gene, because the Nacho Man always keeps a sandwich handy, yeah. And I know this may not make sense, and you may be all over the place, but the Nacho Man is always all over the place, Gene, because the Nacho Man always has someone that thinks the Nacho Man's stable, but I'm not stable. I'm unstable. I might just be a little bit out of my noggin, Gene. But the one that is always constant, that the Nacho Man will elbow drop, and he thought that thinks she's on top. Ooh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man, I'm a Savage, live from a psych ward. Orderly, get this straight jacket off of him. He has a match up next. Back to you, Gorilla.
Who farted on my sheets? Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, indeed. AKA the very sexual, the very tight,
very toy dish.
Austin Powers Faja.
Wait, is Faja?
That is Faja.
Oh.
You know, I think when you become a parent, you realize all kids are different, yeah? Yeah. For example, Minnie loves chocolate. Scotty Dome. What? I love chocolate. Scotty Dome. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do what I do. Would you stop?
Scotty Dome.
Hilarious.
And with that being said, to bring it on home, my name is Carlos Crawford, aka acting as commissioner, but known as the commish. It's Chin Music Charlie. I'm in like the tan suit. The pants are high water. I'm wearing loafers. In the room, in the ring light.
Did you find your smile yet?
Maybe. Bitch, I might be. I don't know. You shut the hell up, or I put you in a handicap match tonight. Like, AKA Thick Flair. I was taking him to school. I taught him all I knew. Woo! AKA Snack Miller. G Bird pile of snow. Never gave a fuck about a slut, a pile driver hoe. Wild lion tiger flow. Expert rhymer. Never will I tie with these firestones. Might as well retire. Go and find a home. Yeah. AKA. Now coming up the bat, Ken Spliffy Jr. Fun fact about Spliffy, his pregame ritual consists of what type of blunt wrap he uses, and as a pop to the right field goes for a 2-run shot for Spliffy Jr. If he has a bad game, he'll switch the brand of his blunts.
4 lungs and 4 blunts. Can't lose, Bob.
Not at all. AKA the idiom savant. Kenny, WWE may be up shit's creek without a paddle if their response to Punk and Bryan signings is re-signing Braun. That's your idiom. Up shit's creek. You really do. AKA Hey, Stack West. Shit. What do you mean shit? I mean, one of these motherfuckers are dead. Now my plan has gone left. Shit. I was going to round up these 3 and extort Maria Dominguez, their mom and owner of most of the shops in this here town, out of said town. This dumbass kills one of her kids.
It was him or me.
I believe him. And his siblings would attest to that as soon as Juliana starts blabbing it about. That's beside the point, you dumbasses, because as soon as Maria finds out, we have a war on our hands. So we'll fight it and win. I'm not afraid like you are. Not afraid, Negro, reluctant. If I can avoid gunfire, I will. At this point, there's no avoiding gunfire. They'll be looking to kill us and free them. So now we have a change of plans, and you're going to map it out for us. Are you going to fuck it up again? We'll see, but get to it. They may know where our parents live. Ladies and gentlemen, shit's getting real in the Haystack West universe. However, that was episode 148. Kenny, we are 2 episodes away from episode 150. Hey, you know what? I'm willing to bet it all. All right, Kenny? I'm willing to bet.
What you want to bet?
I'm making the announcement.
Oh, that's what you're doing? That's what you want to do? You want to do this now?
Yes. Yes, we're doing this now.
All right, we're doing it now.
I'm putting my faith in Juan.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Juan, if you're watching this, you better not be fucking capping. All right?
Yeah.
Swear if there's an episode 151, there's going to be hell to pay. We are ending the show, or this iteration of the show.
Wait, no. We're not doing this. The sound went out. We're not doing that.
Yeah. That being said, can you still hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. Episode 150 will be our last episode for, this iteration of Gorilla Game Podcast. Why? Because we are starting fresh, anew.
Correct.
We're finally coming across better equipment.
Yes.
We'll be able to produce this content the way we had envisioned for the most part. And then not only that, we're going to start cranking out more content. And what I want to do is, now that I've figured out this whole RSS feed thing, a couple of things. The reason why we're stopping at 150 is that I can't translate all of the older episodes from SoundCloud to YouTube. The files are too big. And then it's ridiculously difficult to find a file compressor that would work with it. So we're just going to clean the slate. We may do a greatest moments if I actually dig in deep enough in the entire 150 episodes. We'll see. I got 2 weeks to figure that out, right, Kenny?
Yes.
However, I am going to start, posting these episodes on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and that way it'd be easier to access. And we'll still be able to post the visual episodes on YouTube as well. And with pushing more content, we're going to go, what we're planning on going from once a week to 3 times a week, in which one day out of the week we'll do our regular episode. So, exactly as we envisioned it. And not only that, we won't be doing that via Zoom anymore. Yeah. I'm making that move again. However, what we will be doing on Zoom is the other 2 episodes. And the other 2 episodes will be our second episode of the week will be a special guest. So if you are a supporter of this podcast, if you can keep up with us, subject matter, hit me up and we'll work something out. I've already got a couple of guests lined up.
Yeah, my friends too. You can hit me up too if you want to be guests. Not like y'all do anyway.
We're bringing.
I
want to get Kiki in an episode. I want to get Kearney in an episode. My man's Jose. I want to do for a special guest, and yeah. So it's like I want to keep doing the whole brought to you by bit because it's a promotion of you guys' businesses. So we're gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna post a status on Facebook, and I want you guys to just post your, businesses, products, things of that nature, because not only do I want to promote them, I want to use them, possibly for free. For the love. But definitely send me your businesses, your products, and me personally, I'm a guy that needs to use it or consume it in order to get my stamp of approval. If I rock with it, I'm gonna shout it out all day. Case in point, Kiki and Co Desserts. Those cupcakes are fucking fire. Yeah, shout it out.
Carlos will be working to have me some cupcakes for when we first live.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The game plan is for our first episode of the new Gorilla Game podcast, I'm bringing cupcakes for the boys.
Yeah.
The world must know. All right, the world must know. So yeah. So I to the people that has actually sat and watched these episodes, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not 100% done yet. We got another 2 episodes to go. But yeah, thank you. And as far as our 3rd episode, it will be a watch along. So basically, it is going to be the premise of a YouTube video. Like, me and Kenny are going to watch something, and we're just going to give our commentary on it. Why? Because we've come to the realization that we're pretty fucking funny when we talk about this shit while watching it. Especially me. Like, I just commentate things randomly. especially when I'm playing video games. Like that's why I need to get this Twitch channel up. Like, cause I'm a fucking fool. I'll be in my making myself geek sometimes, dog. Cause just what I be saying while at like in the heat of the moment as I'm playing the game. Like I'll be going crazy. But yeah, so that's the that's the news, the big reveal. Keep supporting us until this iteration's over. Start supporting us once we reboot. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. We're rebooting.
Yeah.
So yeah. And yeah, and we plan on making the show formula a little cleaner, a little tighter. We're not gonna argue about fucking manifestations anymore, are we, Kenny?
Don't have me lying to these people.
I gotta make that a segment as its own. But nonetheless, and we're
I don't understand why you're trying to poo-poo a manifestation. I manifested CM Punk coming back to wrestling, and you're loving me for it. You should be thanking me. That means he's gonna thank me off air.
At any fucking rate. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you for keeping that support up. Support us even harder. Tell your friends, somebody that's not me or Kenny, watches sports and wrestling. So
yeah.
Get them into the show. And during these episodes, I'm gonna start implementing games as well, because games
are fun.
Like anything that involves running or anything like that. I'm talking about like little trivia.
Yeah, no, we're not running.
We're going to still do the bracket episodes, so keep that in mind. So yeah, and it's a new beginning. We're starting anew with what we've honed in the last 148 episodes. Like I look back at episode 1, and it's like, yo, we come a long fucking way, and I'm very proud of us, and I want to keep things going because I love this shit.
Correct.
However, with that being said, as episode 148, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, check out our pre-shows. There's something else. I don't have any other.
Yeah, we're funny.
It's it's wild, man. It's absolutely fucking wild. But yeah,
funny.
Look out for those. Until next week, we're off this.
Out.